This is the car that I've been driving just now, the Q50 Hybrid. So this has a big V6. Alright, and then this car actually looks handsome. Actually. It is a good looking car, especially at night, right? When the eyebrows lit up. You see this little hook here? Yeah. So when you see it at night, right, it's a very nice hook shape, and then you have this part here, so it really looks like an eye. And I like this. I mean, I just felt that Infiniti should make this into their signature design, implement this all over their other cars. And then yeah, it's a handsome car. It's a handsome car. Decent interior room. Of course, it's a 3 Series competitor. Of course, sorry lah. All our bags are in there and all that. So it's still a good looking car. Q50s, dual tail pipes, and then definitely not class leading. I mean, in terms of driving dynamics, comfort and all that, right? The new 330e really sets a benchmark. We never thought BMW can improve or change the F30 so much in the 330e, but that's what they did. So yeah, hope I gave you a good look on this car that I just drove. It's fast, man. It can easily reach 240, 250, you know, and push on and on. Yeah, it's a very fast car. And then as we stopped, slow down, and then it just became a hybrid. Just kept quiet. Yep, that's the Q50 Hybrid. Good morning. I'm at the Infiniti Q60 Drive, but unfortunately they have limited numbers of that car, and I'm now behind the wheel of a Q50. But I don't. I mean, I think I gained something because this is the 3.5 liter. I don't know, 3.5, 3.7 hybrid 3.5, right? Yeah, hybrid S model, and yeah, it has a really nice sounding V6, which I cannot show off now. Are we going to do? No, okay. So, oh, it sounds so good. So this car is fitted with all the Infiniti safety systems, and I'm with Daryl here from Top Gear, and then yeah, he was showing me how the thing can totally replace my brakes. So just now in the city, right, I was just driving with my throttle, and the car will brake by itself, and it doesn't chop the brakes or whatsoever. It does it so in a very natural manner, so it's quite relaxing to drive. It's quite nice. So the Q50 is actually the competitor to the 3 Series, the A4 and all that. I'm going to recap this because some people might, you know, they just don't remember Infiniti at times. But it's a nice car to drive. It's, you know, it's supposed to be a premium car. It is a premium car, but of course there are bits and pieces where we felt that, you know, time has moved on. And yeah, but this is especially cool because it has a big V6, something that is an extinct kind of combination drivetrain nowadays. Oh, throttle response! That's it. That is proper. Yeah, that's what a big V6 does to you. You don't need to wait for the turbo. There's no lag, and it's just go. And just now in the city, because this is a hybrid as well, as we were going slow, you know, the engine will shut off and then we just cruise quietly. So that's really nice. And I haven't had a long stint with the Q50 back then, but now I think I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy this car and see how things goes. I'll be able to drive the Q60 and then the QX70 today. So interesting. I mean, we've been driving too many Volvos, BMWs and Audis recently, and Mercedes and all that, so it's nice to, you know, drive some luxury car from the east, since Lexus run out of medium cars. No cars for us to drive. Yeah, so yeah, it's a day out with Infiniti, a brand that even us motoring journalists has to be more familiar with, because we don't get many chances to drive their cars, and then they don't have a lot of lineups, you know, and all that. But it's always nice to see another luxury brand, you know, not closing shop, still around here, you know, giving choices, you know, because there are just people who don't want the same thing. And I was speaking to one of the salesmen earlier on this morning. This is real, I have no idea why, but he said last month there is a youngster who drove an XC90 T8 in and traded that car for the FX70. I have no idea, and the guy just said that he likes that big engine. So you see, there are people like that. So yeah, highway drive, nice, and I can on the safety system with just one button, and it almost like it shows a car with a green sphere around it. So it's like protecting me from myself. So yeah, it's gonna activate whatever it needs to activate. So I'll try and live with it. So far, it feels very natural, but at times it surprises me because, you know, in KL you need to do some aggressive driving to slot yourself in, and the car will just brake at times. But overall, it's nice, quiet, comfortable. The steering is a little bit larger than what this small cabin should have. I just find that the steering is more suited to a larger car. If it's slightly smaller, half an inch smaller in diameter, it will be better, I guess. But overall, yeah, it's a comfortable car to drive. Albeit, you kind of felt that you were insulated by a layer of electronics. Yeah, continue later. So the car cruises very well actually for a rear-wheel drive car, right? Rear-wheel drive, right, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, for a rear-wheel drive car, right, the front end is not like the usual, you know, very light front end. When you go above 200, it actually feels very planted, like a front-wheel drive car. And the front end feels planted at high speeds. In terms of wind noise, road noise is pretty much very subdued. Wind noise there is a bit, not, I mean, this car is no longer new, right? I would say wind noise is about F30 levels. And now that we're in a jam, it turns to EV mode. But the thing is, right, because it has all this electronic stuffs and all that, the brake pedal feel, right, is really, you really have to get used to it. But at least it's, as a start, at least it's not the kind of choppy brakes, and that's a given already, and you just have to adjust yourself to it. And overall cabin ambience, right, I would say it really cannot match up to the new Germans, but solidity is there. Everything is very, I mean, fitted very well, very solid. But it feels like what Hyundai will be building in the next 1 or 2 generation cars. But in fact, Hyundai interiors are already like that. What I mean is, you know, the kind of technology they put in and all that, how cars will progress. It somehow it feels closer to a Hyundai than a Nissan. So I guess that's a good thing, because Hyundai interiors are more well built than Nissans. But it's a premium car, premium pricing and all that. You know, proper Bose sound system, and but it feels very compact. Exterior wise, it looks like it's on par with the other German boys, but inside I just feel very snug. Everything is like surrounding me, around me. So yeah, that's the feeling of driving the Q50. And I believe it won't be too big of a difference with the Q60, because it has the exact same interior. And of course, that one has leather stitch dashboards and all that, if I don't remember wrongly. And then they say it has a 13 or 14 speaker Bose performance sound system. See, that's the thing. Bose used to embody really good sound system, and then when they start making cheaper versions of themselves, later on they need to come up with Bose performance. Right? It's just like during those days, you hear BMW, you hear Mercedes, then you know, oh, it's a performance car. I know they are very fast, and then you need M, and then you need something else. Yeah, so that's how things progress. I should say Porsche, right? Porsche S, Porsche, you know, don't know what. the alphabets behind matters more than the name. Anyway, yeah, that's how it feels. Yeah, comfortable car. More comfy than my Audi. Cheers. You know, North-South Highway, right, is where you discover all the hidden talents when it comes to billboard designs. All those creative agencies that maybe they didn't made it in KL or Penang. They're halfway here. Do you all notice that big billboard with a very sexy, beautiful girl standing there holding a cable and then says, "Our cables are more expensive"? And then just now we just saw another billboard with a very cool Malay dude with glasses and all that. And then the billboard just says, "Hipster pomade." I don't even know what pomade means, but it just says hipster pomade. And yeah, all kinds of weird, interesting billboards are available here in North-South Highway. And I always like to see, just for fun. Hey, the steering feels so weird just now. The steering feels so weird just now. Yeah. So if you're on the highway, those fuckers made you wait, right? They put all the cones, right? Play around with it, do some slaloms as you come out, you know, just to have fun. Yeah. Alright. Now I think I have driven long enough to sort of conclude this car. It's a car that I think a bunch of engineers were arguing over it because they want to stuff in this car with a lot of new tech that time, and then they also want to, you know, hybridize it and all that. And then at the same time, they understand that they are in a sports, you know, entry-level sports premium sedan segment. So at the end, right, what I get from driving this car is that I get a very detached feeling with the steering, with the brakes. At least the throttle is okay, you know, mainly because of the engine, I guess. But all in all, right, it feels like a very, and then the car, right, it sends in a lot of road, I mean, undulation, the road surface, everything, you feel it, it sends it in. So you have a very weird one single direction communication, you know. The car lets me feel whatever it wants me to feel, and then I don't get to feel whatever I want it to do. So it's weird. It's like you're in a relationship, but it's one way. Like the car tells me, and I don't really get to tell it. You know, it's just, I would say, I mean, maybe it can make a person who doesn't really care about driving to be able to, you know, drive competently or something like that. But all in all, it's just, maybe it's not for me. Maybe it's not for me. Maybe an older person, I don't know. Why would an older person wants to be in a sports sedan segment, you know? They could have just gotten the Q70, the bigger one, the ES competitor. And yeah, it's really a big mismatch with what it offers, you know. It has a, you know, decently luxurious cabin because you know, put in a lot of leather and high quality materials. But the thing is, in this time and age, right, a Mazda does that as well. Mazda is behaving like a premium brand. In the mass market segment, right, Mazda is the only one that names their cars by, you know, numbering, standardized format. They don't put names to it and all that, at least in global markets, not in Japan. And then they put high quality materials in their cabins. Their cars drive well. They are as aggressively, as elegantly designed as Infinitis or Lexus. And then in terms of high-tech stuff, they have a lot as well. Oh my god, look at the Saga. Holy shit. Oh. Oh. What the fuck are you doing, bro? Turn, bro. Oh, this is the RWB Saga. Yeah. Oh hell. Yeah. I mean, it's powerful. It has a really excellent engine. And I think they did a better job at the Mercedes transmission than Mercedes. But I think they just there's that word, what English word, too many cooks spoil the broth or something like that, right? Yeah, too many people adding stuff to this car, making it neither here nor there. There's just too many things going on. You don't need that in an entry point towards your brand, where people, you know, technically this is the cheapest Infiniti people can buy. Of course, not the hybrid version, the 2.0T. But as an entry towards your brand, right, you should find one thing to impress them. Just one thing. And not trying to throw all sorts of stuff, right? And yeah. There needs to be a focal point towards what this car stands for, what it is about. If it is about design, let the exterior design, you know, gel in into the interior and all that. And it's just, you can see even from here, the center dash, there's just too many decision making going around. This and then that, and then why? Yeah, that's what I felt about the Q50. Yeah, now it's my turn to not drive. Wait, let me adjust this. I didn't mount it properly just now so that you guys are watching a video of that bobs around. It's my fault. So now it's Daryl's turn driving. The thing with owning, well, I guess you have continuity there from the Almera to the GTR and then Infinitis in between. You'll have the same keys. Ta-da! Come on, Carlos Goen, please invest in new keys, right? At least for the premium brands. I mean, in no way this key feels flimsy or whatever. In fact, right, it's more solid than the new Volvo S90 key without the leather option. You know, the plastic one, right? That one feels very flimsy. This one is solid, you know, nice, but then they look the same from the base to the top. Yeah. From the car that does a 7-minute Nürburgring run to the car that probably does a 7-day Nürburgring run. Yeah, Almera. You guys around the cabin. See, they removed the handbrake. Not like they removed like it wasn't there in the first place. But they didn't maximize the usage of space over here, you know. It's just, there's such a wastage of space actually. I mean, they could have made this into like a compartment. This can be slide open and all that, but no, just two lubang. And yeah, of course this car has a foot operated parking brake. So I know design is design, but then this is just okay lah. I mean, this part at least is covered in felt and sizable. And then can this slide? No, see, this thing cannot slide. So why, if you move the cup holders up front, you can at least slide the armrest so that we can rest our arms. I've kind of felt that my elbows, there's nothing for my elbow to rest just now as I was driving. And then this is the weird thing. This looks 2005. This looks 2015. You know, this looks like those modern capacitive touchscreen. All the graphics are more in your face type. And then this one just looks like the, oh my god. Why lah? Why? At least the graphics here looks better. I have no idea which one is the one that I should be interacting with. This is the infotainment, right?
Yeah.
This is the
active lane something ALC, but I don't know why it's there.
It's such a waste of screen real estate. Seriously. So I come in here, audio source, phone book and all that, and then you'd be like, okay, phone book, and the phone is here, and why is the plastic even here? So I really don't get this. Yeah, how come? Yeah, this has got to be the weirdest one. You have so many buttons here, but then okay. See the aircon volume, right? Or you can do it here. So I don't know, man. Who manages to come up with two screens and then you have so many buttons outside? I mean, we like buttons, we appreciate buttons, but there's just one screen too many here. I don't know how to even operate this. This one. Oh, so this iDrive thingy operates that one. Okay, I have audio source, and so basically you need to remember what is where, but there's no logic to why it's there. So I go left, right. There's nothing for me to do. An audio source. So this thing doesn't interact with this at all. This thing only operates that, but this one doesn't seem like there's anything for me to do here. Anything else? Nothing. So yeah, it's a clock. It's a clock. And settings. Audio settings is here, but audio source is there.
Audio source here too.
Oh, there's audio source. Okay, let me try. So if I go audio source here, and this one is AM, this one is FM. How? So if I press, wait, if the passenger wanted FM but the driver wants AM. Why to the Japanese engineers who did this, right? Nandayo! Why? Okay lah, how bro? Any explanation?
I don't know, man.
It's just yeah. This has gotta be the weirdest video, right? It's like 5-8 minutes long of don't know doing what, pressing don't know what buttons, and it's just why okay, I get iPod, USB, but then here got FM. Oh, what the? Okay, it's a clock. Yeah, that's a clock. Huge one at that. There's another clock. Yeah. So yeah, it's an orgy of LCD screens. You know, old technology. This one is new technology. This one is some technology. So yeah, man. Yeah, that's the interior. Look at other bits. Okay, sunglass holder. Alright. And then you get this. Vanity lights. Nice. It's a nice cabin actually. Yeah, you get a sunroof. The Bliss blind spot information is here. I like the Bose wording here. And all these materials feels good. At least there's a different layer in terms of the way it's designed. Mismatch. I mean, a different use of materials all over. So yeah.
I found a function for this. Really.
Yeah. What's that?
This is where the camera is.
Oh. Yeah. What if you're reversing, and then you need to look for apps, right? So you can do two things at the same time, right? Because yeah, actually, sometimes when you're doing something and then the screen pops up, right, and then it sort of stops you from doing whatever you're trying to do. I was in the Volvo traffic jam that day, the T6. So whenever something gets near to you, it will pop up the 360 camera. So you were operating something else, and then some motorcyclists just stop near you, right? And then pop, it pops up the screen, and then you know the guy kind of force you to look at him while you're doing something else in a traffic jam. So I guess that's why this is here, I guess. Maybe this is more for the driver, this one more for the front passenger to edit user. Or what's that? Infiniti drive mode selector, meaning really? Now why is this even here? The active lane control,
It was here.
it was there, but
Yeah.
this kind of function, right, shouldn't be here, you know. It's like it should be driver oriented, that side one, and then you can edit personal mode. So it's the steering.
Yeah.
What? Oh,
You switch it on just now, so now it tells you.
okay. So you can switch on ALC here, but you can switch it off here. Oh! What?
Knives off.
Oh, that means we can argue again, ah. Actually, this makes the car more interesting, you know. You can sit here for hours and then fiddle with this with your car started, and then after that you look at your Eco Drive report. And yeah, man, why ah? See, these graphics are so nice. Throw all these away. You know, these are proper premium car graphics. Even if they don't do much, but at least it feels more premium. You know, at least it's there. So yeah, man. Interesting. I can only say that it's interesting, but yeah, I guess that's it. The longest, most pointless video I've done, but quite entertaining about doing it. Yeah, man. Actually, it's quite relaxing, and to prove that it's so relaxing, I'm browsing my Facebook, and I'm gonna read this out. May is International Masturbation Month. And research has shown that if you masturbate more than 21 times a month, you can actually decrease your chance of having prostate cancer. Prostate cancer is ball cancer, basically your testicle cancer, you know. Yeah, so masturbate, people. Masturbate. See, it's so relaxing to drive.